Hari Om. Welcome my dear children to another class of biology. Hope all of you are staying safe at your home. Don't forget SMS. Use sanitizer. Wear double layered mask. Keep social distancing. And be safe at your home. So let's start today's class with Swami Chinmayananda's thought. To love and to be loved is the greatest happiness. So listen here once more. To love and to be loved is the greatest happiness. ഏറ്റവും വലിയ സന്തോഷം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മൾ മറ്റുള്ളവരെ നമുക്ക് സ്നേഹിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമ്പോഴാണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ മറ്റുള്ളവരാൽ സ്നേഹിക്കപ്പെടാനും എന്ന് പറയുന്നതാണ് നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ സന്തോഷം. So my dear children, try to love everyone, every creatures in this world, and try to be loved by others. For that, what you have to do? You have to do good things. Do good. Be good. നല്ല കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക, മറ്റുള്ളവരെ സഹായിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക, നല്ല പെരുമാറ്റം അല്ലേ, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ആകുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും മറ്റുള്ളവർ നമ്മളെ സ്നേഹിക്കും. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നമ്മളെല്ലാവരെയും സ്നേഹിക്കാനായിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കുക. So that's the greatest happiness. So in the last class we have discussed about adolescence, the changes at the time of puberty. So many changes we have discussed at the time of puberty, is it? And today we are going to discuss about secondary sexual characters. Have you heard about secondary sexual characters? Already we have studied that at the time of adolescence several changes occurs at the body of boys and girls. For example, in boys we can see hairs on their chest area, facial hair, moustache, beard, is it? These all are the changes, visible changes that occurs in boys. Then what about girls? Already we have studied that breast development, then the area, waist portion, it becomes wider, is it? Then hairs can be seen on the pubic areas, that means private areas. So these all are the changes at the time of adolescence. So these characters, the characters which distinguish a male from a female, it is called secondary sexual characters. So what do you mean by secondary sexual characters, Abarna? The characters which distinguish a male from a female, they are called secondary sexual characters. And do you know, these characters happens due to the hormones, because the hormones are the chemical secretions from the glands, and mainly we have two types of glands, that is endocrine glands and exocrine glands. And the hormones are the chemical secretions from the endocrine gland. Alami, so what do you mean by hormones? Yes, hormones are the chemical secretions from the endocrine gland. And what are the two types of glands, Archana? Yes, endocrine gland, exocrine gland. And do you know, exocrine gland means they are secreting their secretions to the ducts. ഒരു ചാനലിലോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഡക്റ്റിലോട്ടായിരിക്കും എക്സോക്രൈൻ ഗ്ലാൻഡിൽ നിന്നുള്ള ആ ഒരു സെക്രീഷൻസ് സെക്രീറ്റ് ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നത്. ഒരു ഡക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കും, ഡയറക്ട്ലി സെക്രീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ salivary gland. The next, endocrine gland. Okay, and it is endocrine gland, actually it is ductless. So endocrine glands, and actually they are called as ductless glands, and they secrete the hormones directly into the bloodstream. For example, male hormone, that is testosterone, then female hormone estrogen. So these hormones control the changes at the time of adolescence, is it? So already we have discussed about the changes, facial hair in boys, then breast development in girls, is it? So these all changes are controlled by the male hormone testosterone in males and female hormone estrogen in females. So Harida, which is the male hormone? Testosterone. Then Nandida, which is the female hormone? Yes, estrogen. Is it? And all these hormones are controlled by another hormone which is secreted from the pituitary gland. And that pituitary gland is known as the master gland. It is the main gland. It controls all the activities on the body. Okay, so is it clear? So next, see this. When hormones from pituitary gland secrete sex hormones, that is, for example, testosterone in males, male hormone, female hormone, estrogen, that's it, and it directly goes into the bloodstream and reaches a place, that means different body parts, and that part is called target site. So to which place, to which body parts is going, and that is target site, and it becomes the reason for the changes. So this is the process happening at the time of secretion of hormones. Okay, so this is about target site. Is it clear? So next is reproductive phase of life in humans. When it starts, so when it stops, how it is going on. Okay, already we have studied, or you have studied, that adolescence, that period starts from the age of 10 to 12 years and it lasts up to the 10 to 12 years it starts, and that lasts up to the age of 18, that much age, 18 years of age, is it? So at that time itself, the adolescents are capable of reproduction. Okay, they attain reproductive maturity. So from that period itself, the reproductive phase starts and it ends up to the age of 45 to 50 years of age. Okay, so in females, from that time is the eggs are released by one of the ovaries, and the matured ovum or the matured egg is released by one of the ovaries once in a month. That means in 28 to 30 days in between. That is monthly. And at that time, first of all, releasing of egg takes place, and the wall of the uterus becomes so thick to receive the egg. is it? And that process, that means at that time, if fertilization occurs, it results in pregnancy. And if fertilization does not occur, the egg is released out with thickened uterine wall and the blood also, is it? So that bleeding process, it is called menstruation. It occurs in girls, is it? So it is occurring in monthly. ഓരോ മാസത്തിൽ നടക്കുന്ന ആ ഒരു പ്രോസസ് ആണ്. So at the starting time it may be irregular for some children. ആദ്യ സമയത്തൊക്കെ കുറച്ച് ഇറഗുലർ ആയിരിക്കും, കുറച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും അത് കറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് റെഗുലർ ആയിട്ട് മാറുന്നു. So the first menstrual flow, it is called menarche. And the stoppage of menstruation, it is called menopause. So what do you mean by menarche, Neha? Yes, the first menstrual flow. And what do you mean by menopause, Sumitra? Yes, the stoppage of menstruation. Okay, so actually the reproductive phase of life in humans consists of what? Yes, release of a thickening of uterine wall, then shedding of these items, that means especially bleeding, is it? If fertilization does not occur, and if fertilization occurs, what will happen? It leads to pregnancy. So let's recollect all the points what we have studied today. What all things we have studied today? First of all, we have discussed about hormones. What do you mean by hormones, Srinidhi? Yes, chemical secretion. So chemical substances secreted by endocrine gland. We have studied about two types of glands. Which are they, Devadarsh? Yes, endocrine gland and exocrine gland. And we studied about male hormone, that is testosterone, female hormone, that is estrogen. Then next we discussed about target site, is it? And at last we have studied about reproductive phase of life in humans, and actually it starts from the age 10 to 11 years and till last up to the age of 45 to 50. It depends upon each person, is it? And menstruation we have discussed. The first menstrual flow, it is called as menarche, and the stoppage of menstruation is called menopause. So hope all of you understood today's portions. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. And study the notes, read your text properly. Nobody is allowed to miss your interactive session. All of you have to participate. If you are feeling any difficulty or if you are unable to attend the session, you have to inform me earlier as soon as possible. Okay, so my dear children, God bless you all. Let's meet you in the next class. Thank you.